Hello, everyone. The Dyson boys are back. I'm Jay.
I'm Bobby.
End of another week.
End of another week.
We knew something at the end of the week was going to jump off. We knew the Dems were going to do something ludicrous again. Dianne Feinstein.
Yeah, well,
really, girl? So now, let's timeline this. Trump nominates. Before Trump even nominates Kavanaugh, the Dems come out and publicly say, man, we don't care who it is. We're going to oppose him. You can have Mickey Mouse on that list. We're going to oppose him. Why? Because of Donald Trump. You care. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter about qualifications, experience. None of that matters. We're gonna oppose him anyway. So they do that. Then they try to delay everything, asking for documents. You know, they have 900,000 records on Kavanaugh.
Wow, it's
way more information than they've had on anyone else. Something. So they get they see they can't, everything that they've done, the Democrats, to stop this process, dead in its tracks. Nothing's worked. You got rabble rousers in the chambers, interrupting the flow of the process, yelling and screaming and acting like little petulant kids. Folks going to jail, Linda Sarsour. Then you have Kamala Harris and Cory Booker and others. We want more documentation. We haven't had time. You want more documentation, but then you turn around and say you haven't had a chance to go over the documents that you already have, but you want more. What an oxymoron that is, you morons. So that didn't work. Then they call for, well, let's adjourn the committee hearings until we've gone over the documents. What it leads, tell them that's not happening.
No, not gonna happen.
Not happening. Okay, so that doesn't work. So you come with all these questions. Now you throw a lot of questions at him. Figure you're going to get him to say something that you can use. And then you go out and you twist what he says. Like the Roe v. Wade thing. They put out, if he gets on the Supreme Court, he's going to overturn Roe v. Wade. When he was asked the question about Roe v. Wade by you lying lunatic Democrats, when you asked him the question, what did he say? Roe v. Wade is settled law. But you know there's a whole bunch of bobbleheads, you Dems know there's a whole bunch of bobbleheads out there not listening to the hearings.
Yeah. Just going to go with what you say they happen.
They're just listening to what comes out of the echo chamber. So you turn that around and say, hey, he's going to overturn Roe v. Wade.
Yeah. He's
anti-agenda. He's anti-woman. He's anti-women's health care. So you put all that out. That doesn't work. Process still keeps going forward. So you can't trip him up on anything. You have all these documents. You've asked all these questions. You even sent another 1,200 questions to him that you want him to answer before next week. Because the drop dead date on this is the 20th.
Yeah.
Today's the 14th. You got less than a week. So now you send 1,200 more questions to him that you want him to answer before next week. And of the 1,200 questions, I believe Feinstein put in 400. A third of the questions that they sent to him this week, she put in a third of them. So this dude is a mystery man to him, isn't he? Because we can't find anything on it. Hey, but we always have one last card we play on anyone that we can't take out. Sexual misconduct.
Sexual misconduct.
Let's throw that out there and see what kind of traction we can get off that.
You knew that was going to come eventually.
Knew it was coming.
Eventually that was going to come.
Knew it was coming. This is their last hurrah. Their last hurrah.
So I'm thinking Democrats. Now, as soon as this guy gets nominated, they start digging through his past. So they're looking all through, probably trying to get interviews with people, and probably a lot of people, no, I'm not talking to you weirdos. I'm not talking to you, looking for that person that they can flip. Mm-hmm. And they couldn't get anybody. Mm-hmm. They're trying to contact, staff members, former staff members, anybody that's had anything to do with this guy. They couldn't flip anybody, all the way back through his career, all the way through college. They can't find anybody to flip on this man. They go all the way back to high school 40 years ago. And now we got this. I have received information from an individual concerning the nomination of Brett Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court. That individual strongly requests confidentiality. Remember, confidentiality. You got to remember that point. Decline to come forward or press the matter forward. I have honored that decision. I have, however, referred the matter to federal investigators.
Hold it right there. How did you honor the decision of this person to not wanting to press the issue or not wanting to be brought into the spotlight? How did you honor that? You dishonored it, you witch, by taking this letter, wherever it came from, to the FBI. You people are on the left, man, you're absolutely immoral. You're despicable. You're sick. You're sick. So this letter was supposedly found its origins at Stanford University. Somebody said something to somebody else. Hey, he sexual misconduct when he was in high school. Apparently where this letter originated. Who wrote the letter?
Don't know.
Hell, anybody can write a letter.
It's not the point. It's the allegation. You got to take these things, in confidential. They must be true, or the person would have come forward, or whatever kind of nonsense you can make out of that. But basically, so you're going to say that you referred it to
the FBI,
Federal Investigative Authorities, FBI, right? So you give it to them. Now they're supposed to look into it. So when they look into it, aren't they going to have to talk to this person?
This anonymous person?
Aren't they going to have to talk to her? Okay.
You would think.
You would think. So now if they find something worth bringing out in the open, she's going to have to come out in the open anyway, because she's going to be the
prime witness.
The prime witness, right? So how are you keeping her confidential if you're going to hand it to law enforcement to enforce law? Mm-hmm. And they start enforcing law, mm-hmm. she's going to be up out in front, mm-hmm. That can't be avoided. Mm-hmm. But no, see, it's not going to come to that. You don't even really care about the story. You just want the allegation out there, to try to intimidate some wishy-washy RNC rhino jackwagons to back up off of this, and vote your way,
So you can have your way.
So you can have your way. This is not about her, whoever she's supposed to be, if she exists at all. Like I said, you got to go all the way back to high school, and nobody knows exactly what the deal is on what did he exactly do. Did he tell her he liked her? I mean, what? If this person exists, what did he do?
Did he ask her to go to the school dance and she said no because she didn't like him?
I mean, what did he do? What was the sexual misconduct? See, well, we're not going to get into that. The idea is that the allegation.
Let's just put the allegation out there.
Throw that out there, and then America's supposed to say, oh, "I'm shocked."
Look at what they did to Herman Cain when he was in the running for president. Yeah. So they leveled charges against him. Found some dame somewhere. Yeah, he did it to me. And then after Herman Cain withdraws, you don't hear anything else about it. They were successful in using the sexual misconduct thing against Herman Cain. They were successful with that. So now, hey, let's do the same thing to Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
So, the sleazy Dianne Feinstein, and that sleazy Dianne, okay, the woman who didn't know that one of her staffers, one of her top aides, was a Chinese spy.
For 20 years.
For 20 years. For 20 years. So now she's got this cryptic letter that says nothing, that is by some anonymous person who won't come forward and doesn't want to press the issue, yet you give it to the DOJ. You give this letter to the DOJ. Where did that letter come from? Who wrote that letter, Diane? Heck, you could have had one of your staff members write that doggone letter for all we know. And then you know that it's going to get leaked. So now this letter has found its way to the New York Times, and the New York Times leaked some information out of this letter. Mm-hmm. Okay? You knew that, Diane. You knew it was going to find its way to that lying mainstream media. So here comes the New York Times. All the pieces are fitting and nicely, aren't they, Diane? You got the letter about sexual misconduct. We have no idea who wrote this letter. Some anonymous person that doesn't want to press the issue. And you say you respect that decision, but then you go ahead and you get with the DOJ, the FBI, for them to investigate. They say, hey, it's a nothing burger. And then this letter finds its way to the New York Times.
Yeah.
That was all planned. You knew. We know. We know. You give anything to the FBI or the DOJ right now, somebody's going to leak it.
Yeah. And you knew this, fictitious letter. You've had this since July. So this was your trump card. This was your ace in the hole. You had this card up your sleeve. Now you're playing it because sexual misconduct generally works. Well, you've used that tactic too many times. And Senator Grassley says, I just had it here.
Grassley said, hey,
it's going
we're moving forward.
We're moving forward. We're not gonna hold up his confirmation on this letter of that she's coming. At this time, he has not seen the letter in question and is respecting the request for confidentiality. There's no plan to change the committee's consideration of Judge Kavanaugh's nomination. So this is going forward, and it's going to come to a Senate vote, because you want an allegation from 40 years ago. We don't even know what it was. So now we're supposed to stop the whole process because you Democrats and threw this crap out here at the last, your last effort.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, you couldn't turn anybody in that he's known in the past 20 years, the past 10 years, the past 5 years. You can't find anybody that'll turn on it. So you go all the way back to anonymous. You didn't even go anonymous college, You go all the way back to high school.
And then it's like somebody said something about somebody said about something that happened in high school. Yeah. So now all of a sudden, what somebody said appears in this letter.
Yeah.
And then the letter is given to, what's her name? Some Democrat there around Stanford, Representative Anna Eshoo.
Yeah.
A Democrat who represents the area where Stanford University is located out there in Northern California. So this Representative Anna Eshoo, this letter is given to her, so then it passes up to Feinstein's office.
Yeah.
Then it gets in Feinstein's hands.
Yeah.
So then Feinstein, she looks at it and then she delivers it to the FBI, who leaks it to the New York Times.
Yeah. At the appropriate time.
At the appropriate time. Just before.
Yeah, just before
the vote comes up.
The vote, Kavanaugh comes out of They couldn't stop it in committee.
Right.
So it comes out of committee and goes to the floor for the final vote. You know, just as that happens, this happens Wednesday, then Thursday, here comes this allegation.
Yeah.
So you were sitting on this to play it at this time.
And here's another interesting point. Hey, Feinstein, didn't you weren't you one of the senators that Kavanaugh met with?
Yeah.
Prior to the committee hearings even convening?
Yep.
If you, and you supposedly had this letter going back into July? Well, how come you didn't say anything to Kavanaugh at that point? Hey, Brett, man, we got something on you that you hear. You know, we're going to ask you about this. Here.
Because you knew then it was crap. The reason, because you could have stopped it right there and he could have just said, okay, well, if you're going to do that, I'm going to, not take that.
I will withdraw.
I'll withdraw now because you have this dirt on me and I can't deny it and blah, 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 blah. But you knew it was crap when you did it. So you're going to wait until the last minute to leak it out there. You know, right as when you can't stop him in committee with all those antics, with that circus you put on, interrupting the chairman every time he tries to move forward. You start screaming over the mic, hollering over the mic, drowning him out because you want to ask a question or you want to request this. He goes to Wednesday and he honors all their little requests. They take a vote on them and they all get voted out.
Then that lying Chuck Schumer, I haven't seen the letter yet. Chuck, you're lying. You know what's in that letter. You know. You're one of the leaders.
Yeah.
Of the Democrat Party.
But yeah, it's
in Congress, man.
Come on. We all know your schemes. We all know your tricks. We all know the nonsense, the levels of ridiculousness you will go through to try to stop something to have your way. You know, you can't accept the fact that the people of the nation have told you to step off.
Yep.
You can't deal with that. So now you're going to try all these parliamentary tricks to try to get your way, to try to throw the American people off and say, hey, you know, all these Republicans are evil, desperate people. We don't need to have this guy. You know, like, again, you know, the earth is going to become a burning cinder in space if you let Judge Kavanaugh get on the Supreme Court, you know, and all this kind of nonsense. But this is who you are. And everybody knows this is who you are. And, you know, and the people that follow you don't care who you are because they are the same type of person.
Now you wonder why, America, we see people walking away from the Democrat Party. Because people are fed up with the lies. They're fed up with the immoralities. They're fed up with being associated with a despicable group of folks. Fed up with it. People's eyes are opening right now. Again, you go and do something like this. This is a character assassination attempt is what it is. You folks on the left, you folks that have that D, that letter D behind your name, you don't care about who you destroy as long as they get destroyed. I hope Carter Page brings a civil lawsuit against the DOJ. I hope he does. And I hope he gets paid because you tried to destroy the man.
I hope he brings a lawsuit against each of them individually.
Yeah.
You know, everybody that, you know, went after the guy.
Yeah.
When, you know, telling lies on the man.
Trying to destroy
him, saying he did things. And he was trying to do, he was a Russian spy. Well, we know that's not true.
I hope he goes after, and I hope he gets paid. Because, hey, this kind of thing needs to disappear from the American landscape. This is not Cambodia of 1975. This is America. It's America. And to see people on the left do everything they can to destroy the law and order process, character assassinations, outright lying. To see this happen in this country, it's just downright despicable. Your behavior is despicable. You see your power slipping away from you, and you can't stand it. But it's your own, you are the architects of your own undoing. You Democrats, you lying mainstream media, you've done it to yourself, and you continue to shoot yourself in the foot. But again, this is their last hurrah. This is the 11th hour for them. So, hey, we've tried everything else. Now let's do the sexual misconduct thing. Republicans, don't get cold feet and give those lunatics what they want, because what they want is to see him not seated on the Supreme Court. That's what they want. Don't get cold feet and give those lunatics what they want, because guess what? If you give them what they want on Brett Kavanaugh and don't confirm him, what kind of fight do you think they're going to bring the next person that comes up
when they see
for nomination, huh?
When they see this is successful.
Yeah. All that's going to do it's going to embolden them to be even more vicious and nasty against the next person. Yeah. So don't give in to that. Don't give in to it. Don't go weak in the knees. Grassley, you've already said, hey, this is going to move forward. We're looking for September 20th. That's next Wednesday. Next Wednesday. Confirm it. And we'll just sit back and watch heads explode.
Yeah.
Because they're going to explode.
Yeah, it'll be another, like I say, the Earth burning cinder in space moment when he gets confirmed that, the universe is, America is, in decline. And I can't believe this nation is accepting this. I don't know what happened to the people in this. No, you are what happened to the people of this nation. They got tired of you.
The democratic process has failed.
Yeah, no, the democratic process is doing fine.
Yeah.
Because we're getting rid of you. We're getting rid of you deep state jackwagons, getting rid of all you globalists, getting rid of all you sick, twisted, human trafficking people. Mm-hmm. And some of you Republicans out there are in it too. So don't act like you shocked. You know exactly what's going on, what's been going on. That's why a bunch of you not running again. And the ones that don't have to run in 2020 are shaking in their boots. Because they know the jig is up.
Yep. Carter Page, go get him, man. Go get him. Take him out. You are one man, along with Donald Trump, who could take these perps out.
Along with Papadopoulos. Both of you.
Papadopoulos, yeah, you too. Go take them out. They tried to destroy you guys. They don't care who they destroy. They don't care about anybody's families that get destroyed when they go out and they do this wicked stuff to folks. Smash them, Bobby.
All right. Oh, well, before we do that, I want to give a shout out to the people in the path of Hurricane Florence.
Yeah.
Our prayers are with you. And let's not forget our fellow countrymen are in dire straits. Let's do all that we can, whether it's prayer, contributions to the charity of your desire. But, hey, we're with you people. We understand that you're going through a tough time right now.
Can I add something to that? The spirit and the heart of the American people, when things like this, when catastrophes like this take place, we see the American people step up.
Yeah.
And take care of their own.
Yeah.
We don't have to rely on some other country sending us aid in any way, shape, or form. We take care of our own. That's the American spirit. That's America.
Yeah, that's America.
That's America.
And we pull together.
Yep.
In disasters. And people from other nations that have immigrated to the country say nobody does that in the world like America.
Like America.
First thing a disaster happens anywhere in the world, the first thing the rest of the world want to know is
where is America?
What is America going to do?
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing they want to know. Not what we can do, but what is America
do? Yeah.
You know?
Where's America?
So, hey, all those haters of America out there, well, you're outnumbered. And with that, hit the like button, smash that like button, lean on that subscribe button with a big old hammer. Whack
hammer and a chisel.
Yeah, and whack that bell with a 10-pound slug. So you can get notifications every time we put up a new video. But hey, America, stay safe out there.
And stay strong.
And stay strong.
Okay. We'll see you guys next week.
Adios.